What's up, YouTube? Combat here, and this past weekend while I was playing some Black Ops 3 as well as some other games I was playing, I came to the conclusion that there seems to be a feature missing in some Call of Duties and in just most of the first-person shooter games I play in general. I don't know why this feature never seems to be kind of at the forefront of developers' minds. You know, and it's been in Call of Duty before, but it isn't in every single Call of Duty after it was first launched. And it seems to be puzzling to me why more developers and why more people don't talk about it. And that feature, of course, is theater mode. I wasn't talking about supply drops because that's in every single multiplayer game nowadays. It's in almost every single game now you have an RNG loot system. Well, for some weird reason, we get that, but we don't get theater, which I believe is probably one of the most crucial and important modes or features to be in a game. You know, it was first instituted in Black Ops 1, then we got it again in Black Ops 2, and then I believe it was in Advanced Warfare, as well as here in Black Ops 3. But it's not in Infinite Warfare, it was not in Ghost, was not in Modern Warfare 3, and why is that? Why is it that some developers, Treyarch excluded from this, don't put theater mode into their games and into their Call of Duty games? It makes no sense to me. You know, I started playing Halo. That was the game I started on. That was the game I started playing multiplayer games on. And that had theater mode. The amount of time that I think I soaked in and my friends would soak in, you know, we'd get into a lobby of 4 people and we just like watch stupid videos that we made through file share, or, you know, games that our friends did really well. You know, they had a perfection or they ninja'd a guy or whatever it might have been. It was cool to hop into a party and kind of watch things in theater mode. And as a YouTuber, as somebody who posts content onto this site, it's nice to have theater mode as well, because I don't always have my Elgato Gaming Capture HD on all the time. I don't always have it on because, you know, sometimes I just want to play games without having to worry about checking if the video's doing okay and all this other stuff. It takes a lot off my mind if I don't have to worry about Elgato Game Capture. If I don't have to worry about it recording, then it's just one of those things I'm not worried about. It takes a little bit more pressure off me, because if I'm recording, I'm trying to get gameplay, and I'm trying to do well enough to get gameplay, so I hold myself to a higher standard. I try a little bit harder because I'm focused on getting gameplay. And maybe that's just my own fault or whatever it might be. But it's nice in Black Ops 3 and in other Call of Duty games that there's a theater mode, because if I do really well, or if I have a really good game and I'm not recording, I can go back and take that file. It's the same thing I did with my Halo videos. I can go back to a game I played recently and go and take that file and be able to record it with my Elgato and then upload it here on YouTube. And that's what this one is, a theater mode game. You know, it was a game I played, I bookmarked it, and then I wanted to upload it to YouTube because I thought it was a good game. But the problem, and I don't see why it's not talked about more. You know, I remember when Modern Warfare 3 came out and everyone's like, where's theater mode? When Ghosts came out, they're like, why is there no live stream feature? Why is there no record feature or theater feature? And I know what a lot of people's arguments then were. It was, well, you know, the Xbox One and the PS4 have their own share where you can live stream straight from the console, and they have their own personal DVRs inside of them, so maybe that's what Ghost was going for. But then you look at Black Ops 3 and they have theater mode. They don't have the live stream, because I do believe that that's because the consoles can live stream themselves. But regardless of that, they do have a theater mode. For whatever reason, they felt that that was important. MCC has a theater mode. Halo 5 has a theater mode. So why is it that Call of Duty, the biggest franchise in shooters, doesn't have a theater mode in their newest games? Why doesn't Modern Warfare Remastered have a theater mode? It should. I know that the old game didn't have it, but the old game didn't have supply drops, so maybe put theater mode inside of it. Maybe have Infinite Warfare have theater. It would just be nice to see these other features be implemented into these games. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why that seems to be a trend that Call of Duty's gone on and other games as well. It'd be nice to see Titanfall get a theater mode. It'd be nice to see Overwatch get a theater mode. Hell, I'd even like to see Ghost Recon Wildlands get a theater mode. Why not? You know, you have a cool moment where you take out an entire base and you do it really well, and you want to show that off to friends, you want to show it to people. Why not be able to rip it from a thing without having to be recording all the time? I don't like the instance that I have to be recording all the time, because then I've just got a lot of useless video on my computer that I don't need to have there, so then I need to delete it, then I need to find the source files, delete the source files, all that other stuff. And it's not that I'm lazy, it's not that it's extra work, it's just inconvenient. And I'd rather a service in 2017 to be more convenient. So all I'm asking for is this integral kind of feature to be implemented into more games. I don't know why theater mode isn't in every single game. I don't know why theater mode is such an afterthought to developers. You know, I don't think it's just for the YouTubers. I don't think it's just for the streamers. I think it's for everybody who plays the game, because before any of that was a thing, there was Halo 3, which I think if you were recording or doing YouTube back then, you're using a Dazzle, which was just terrible quality. But regardless of that, you weren't necessarily going for clips. You know, if you hit a really cool clip, you hit a quad, you hit whatever, it was cool to go back into theater mode, watch it, record it, put it on your file share. And I don't know why that isn't something in 2017. I don't know why they just have this assumption that, okay, you're just going to be using your game DVR if something cool happens. No, it'd be cool to have that in theater mode, go back to it, be able to throw it on my file share so I can, you know, share it with other people so other people can see it. In a world where social media is such a big thing, why isn't file share a thing in video games anymore, especially in Call of Duty or in other games? You know, Halo 3 implemented that, and Halo 3 was about that. And I know that it sounds like I'm a huge Halo 3 fanboy, which I am. I loved the game. I loved a lot about that game. Some of it pissed me off, but overall, I felt the game was very well done. And it's because of things like theater mode and being able to have a community inside a community was so critical. And that was one of the things that made Call of Duty so big, was the Call of Duty community inside of its community was so big. It wasn't just about the people who played it every day. It was about the other community of players who were doing other things like trick shotting and, you know, gathering clips, doing quad feeds, whatever it might be. There was a community inside that community that made it cool. And now it seems that we're losing that sub-community of Call of Duty players where it's not a big deal to share your clips anymore. It's not a big deal to, you know, go on crazy streaks and be able to show that off to other people. I think I'd love to see theater return in the next Call of Duty. I think I'd love to see theater mode and a file share be implemented in almost every single game, because I think it'd be really cool to have that in any kind of game. You know, let's say you have a huge spree right at the end of an Overwatch game where, you know, you're defending a point or whatever it might be, and you get 3 or 4 kills right before the game ends, and you help your team win, and it's a huge moment for you. You want to share that with other people. I think that's important, especially in the day and age of social media. So I might be rambling here. I might be going off on a tangent too much for people to understand, but my main point of the video is why isn't theater mode more of a thing for all games? Like, why is it that it only seems to be Treyarch that has figured out how to do a theater mode? Now, I believe that Sledgehammer Games will have a theater mode. I want them to have it. I think it's important to have it. I would love for the game to have it, because from my recollection, I haven't played Advanced Warfare in probably a year and a half, 2 years, but from my recollection, I believe there was a... this is all from memory. I believe there was a theater mode in that game, but I could be wrong. Regardless, I think it's important to have it in the game. I think that you need to put time in to do that, because I think it's important for the community. And I think whatever is good for the community is good for the game, because if anything can grow this community at this point, by the way, this is the biggest triple fail ever. I don't know what happened there. I choked so hard on that. It was awful. Regardless of it. I think it's important to grow the community any way that you can, and I think having a video mode or whatever it might be will help. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, can you please hit that like button? You want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think. Would you like to see theater mode or a file share system be implemented into the next Call of Duty game? Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, guys, Combat signing off. Peace.